So today, as part of my series on recycled and eco-friendly yarn, we're going to have a little look at two yarns from the Jolly Good Yarn Company. If you're new to the channel, it's nice to have you along, and if you're back for a little bit more, welcome, and stay tuned for my honest opinion. So the first yarn we're going to have a look at is this one. This is recycled plastic bottle yarn, and it says, if I put my glasses on, this yarn is made from 100% recycled plastic bottles. It's 92 meters for 100 grams. It's sourced from Turkey. It recommends an 8mm crochet hook or knitting needles. The first thing I noticed when I took it out of the bag is how gorgeous this feels. It really does feel soft and fluffy, and you would never believe that this was made from recycled plastic bottles. And imagine being able to work with something like this rather than throw those bottles into landfill. Who wouldn't want to do it? Let's have a little look, take the label off and see. This is the first time I've taken the label off this, so we'll have a look. I'm going to have a look and see if this pulls from the centre, and it does. Hallelujah. Thank you so much. Anybody who's watched the videos that I've made before knows that that's one of my little pet things. I do love it when I can pull the yarn straight from the centre of the ball. It just makes working with it so much easier. So let's have a little look and see how this works up. It really does feel gorgeous. It feels like it shouldn't be very strong, but it actually really is. So let's have a look. I'm going to do a few stitches in the usual pattern that I do when I'm doing reviews, which is a back loop half double, which makes a kind of rib look. Stitch definition already looks lovely, and this feels nice, very nice indeed. I'm using a smaller hook than it's recommended. I think probably I could have gone for a bigger hook, I think. Right, so we're going to start again with the hook size that's recommended, and we'll see if that's any better. I've been upstairs and I've got that. The one thing I did notice with it, which is a slight negative, is it was very difficult to undo. The little nap things got caught up, but whether that was because I was using a much smaller hook than I should have done, I don't know. We'll see with this one how easy it is to frog. So that actually does feel much better. That's very smooth, it's not getting tangled. So don't be lazy, Simon. Go upstairs, fetch the right size hook. Hold on. I always leave the sound on the computer that's in the background, and then when an email comes through it pings, and you can hear all the pings on the videos. Anyway, let's see if this feels any better. That's much easier. Yeah, that's it. So use an 8mm hook. So we'll see what the fabric feels like with that, and see how much body it's got in it. But this feels very nice indeed. Very, very nice actually, it feels. What does feel slightly peculiar to me is I've literally just been doing some lace for a couture piece that's on a 2mm crochet hook, and to go up from a 2mm hook to an 8mm feels very peculiar, but that's it, I'm getting used to it now. That really does feel very nice indeed. So I actually do think that I'm going to make myself something in this, because it really is lovely. I'm very surprised actually. I wasn't expecting quite this from recycled plastic bottles, and the fact that it's 100% plastic bottles, for the the ones who are really thinking eco-friendly, it does come from Turkey. It's manufactured under license in Turkey, then it's tested by Jolly Good Yarns, who I believe are in Devon. Yes, it is. Yes, they are. So there is, in addition to carbon footprint, bringing it over from Turkey. However, Turkey is one of the largest yarn producing countries in the world. So most yarn you'll buy is probably from there anyway. So if they're gonna bring yarn over and make a carbon footprint, we might as well make that yarn recycled. And the fact, like I said, that these plastic bottles aren't going into landfill, we're going to wear them instead, is a real bonus to me. So this feels much, much better with a larger hook. It's pulling from the centre of the ball really well. It's not getting tangled. So thank you very much, Yarn Company, for doing that. That's my mission in life, is to get all yarn companies to make it so that we can pull the yarn easily from the centre of the ball. I've said before in other videos, I've had some people say to me that we shouldn't pull yarn from the centre of the ball because it abrases the yarn. Well, what they think is going to happen to the yarn while we're wearing it, I've got absolutely no idea. So I think that just pulling it from the centre isn't going to make a huge difference. This really is lovely. It feels super. It's incredibly soft, and I think I would actually buy this again. I'll put the advert up so you can see where it's from and how much it was, and yeah, I highly recommend it. Go and buy it. So the next one we're going to look at is this one. It's completely barking mad because it's made from eucalyptus. So it says this yarn is made from the pulp of eucalyptus trees, which is then spun. It's 100 grams and approximately 150 meters. Again, this is made in Turkey, and it's brought over and it says it's checked and labelled by our team in Devon. It's 100% tencel. When you see Lyocell and tencel on a label, a lot of people think, oh dear, I'm not going to use that because that's a man-made yarn. Yes, it is man-made. However, it's man-made from cellulose or wood pulp. So it is fairly eco-friendly. It's suggesting a 5.5mm hook, so that's what I'm going to use. Let's see if we can pull it from the centre of the ball. Wow, straight away. Now there you go. Simon is very happy. Again, thank you very much indeed to the manufacturers. That doesn't take any doing and makes it much easier for us to do. I'm going to use the same stitch again with the recommended size needle. This is like a tape or a ribbon yarn. It feels incredibly soft. It's I don't know what, because it's a tape yarn, I don't know what I would relate it to, but probably just under a chunky or a bulky weight. I'm going to use the same back loop half double. That actually crochets very nicely indeed. That feels lovely. In fact, it's made from wood pulp. You would think it would be a bit coarse, but it's actually incredibly soft. I'm not sure what I would use this for. This is probably kind of summer weight. It would probably work with a bit more lacy open stitch. You could probably use this for things like handbags. I might give that a little go and report back to you and see how I feel about that. I'm wondering if I doubled the yarn up and crocheted patterns that were for, you know, the t-shirt yarns, if that would work. It feels like it might. It's quite interesting. The texture's very interesting because it's a tape, so it's flat rather than round. It feels slightly odd to work with, but like I said, that's because it's tape. However, I'm sure after 2 or 3 rows I would get used to working with that. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I think I like the other one better. I've just smelled that was a bit weird. I've just smelt it because I wondered if it smelled like eucalyptus, but it does it doesn't. It obviously goes through quite a few processes in between. I don't know if you can see, but I'm actually getting used to it now, and it feels much easier to work with. It makes a really interesting texture. You can kind of hear my brain going now. I might actually work up a pattern in this and publish it. We'll see. I'm going to put the advert on the screen now as well, so again you can see the price of this. I'm quite liking it. So very good. You know, I think 10 out of 10 to Jolly Good Yarn, which I love that name. But this is very, very nice. So I've not got a huge amount of negatives to say about it. And this again is one that I think I'm probably gonna have a go with. So if anybody wants me to do anything particular with it or do a pattern with it, just let me know. And you can see how nice that is. It really does feel lovely. Certainly for something summer weight, you know, a little cardigan, even a wrap would work extremely well in this. It was nice to work with. Pulls from the centre of the ball, as both of those yarns did, extremely easily, so I was very pleased with that. So I would say yes, give it a go. So if you've liked this little review, again it was just a small one, please like and subscribe, then you'll get to know when other videos are posted. And happy yarn smithing, much love as always, and hopefully I'll see you all very soon.